Hey, good afternoon from Mom Bree's Kitchen at home. I got something I started without you today. We're doing some country fried steak. And I went ahead and started cooking some of it. I'll show you what I've done because you won't have to wait so long for me to cook it. But what I did, now I'm going to show you something. When you buy a cube steak, make sure you buy the pretty lean. Don't buy it with a red or with a white stripe through it, because that makes it tough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cook it, and I'm going to make my gravy. But I started it so you wouldn't have to wait so long. And you see how pretty it is? And what I did, I'll show you on the next round. I'm going to go ahead and take this up. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be done. If it's not completely done, it really won't matter, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. I cook it real fast, because I want it to brown. Okay? So all this I've had on long enough for it to get good and brown. Now if your coating comes off, don't worry about it. We're going to make gravy with that. That's going to be good. I put these two pieces in a little later, but I'm going to show you. Now I've got my white lily self-rising flour that I'm going to batter it in. I put it in just a little bit of water to help pull some of the blood out. You can see that it kind of pulls some of the blood out. I've got salt and pepper in my flour. That's all I do is just put my flour on it and put it in my cooker. I'm going to turn it down just.
Now what, have you got your electric skillet on?
Yes, that's my electric skillet. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a few minutes.
What's it cut on?
I've got it on 350.
Okay.
Because like I said, I like to cook it fast. And you'll understand why in just a few minutes. Go ahead and take this up. And take this one up. Now, all that greasing in there is going to be good stuff. I got one more piece. Alright. I'm going to clean it up just a little bit more. It's about 360. Wash my hands. I've had a lot of people ask me about my electric skillet. And I've had people concerned that because I use metal on it, that I'm messing it up. Well, I bought this. You know, I got to thinking, I put on Facebook maybe 20 or 25 years ago. I probably bought this 40 years ago. I'm going to be honest with you. I bought it off of Home Shopping Network. It's Ultrex. I don't think Ultrex is in business anymore.
You said Ultrex?
Ultrex, U-L-T-R-E-X. It's heavy, really heavy.
It's very heavy.
If you ever buy you an electric skillet, you make sure you pick up a heavy one. It cooks everything. Usually if you get a cheap one, it's just going to cook right around there. But this one...
Right around where, Mom?
It'll just cook right around the heating element. But this one cooks all over, as you can see. I don't scratch it up when I use metal on it. I've had some ladies that had been very upset because I use metal in it. But it doesn't break away.
You've had it 40 years and it ain't scratched it yet, has it?
No. I've been married 62. I may have had it longer than that. I don't know. But I have all kinds of pieces of it. Well, I think this particular boiler is Ultrex. I have another electric that's deep, like a soup kettle. I have another electric that's about this wide. So, I mean, I've got all kinds of pieces. So, ladies, don't worry that I'm scratching up all that black in there in my food, because I'm not. I'm just going to set that straight.
So the main key to buying an electric skillet is the heavier, the better quality.
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna pay good money for a good skillet, but that's with anything. Y'all know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Now, like I said, I've done got my salt and pepper in here, and we'll make our gravy here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna let these brown. In fact, I'm gonna cut them up just a little bit.
And what did you cut it up to?
375.
Okay.
Because actually, people, all I'm doing right now is browning it. That's all I'm doing. If I don't get it done, it doesn't really matter. I'll show you why here in just a little bit. All right, in the meanwhile that's cooking, you see I just pick it up and put it in a dish. You'll see why I do that in a little bit too. So I'm going to make some creamed potatoes with our country fried steak today. We're going to do it on the same video. I already got my potatoes cut up. I think I cut 4 about that size. How many are you going to feed? That's how you determine how much you're going to cook. So I'm not feeding many today. They hadn't found out yet I'm cooking. But if they find out, I may be feeding a lot. So now I want to tell you something else while this brownie. We have had a week-long revival at our church this week, and I'm telling you what, it was amazing. It was amazing. Everybody could have been there and heard the vision evangelist. It was just, none of us wanted to see it in. It was so good. God was just showing up and being there in the spirit, and it was just such a wonderful, wonderful week in the Lord. So, I just wanted to let you know that. All right, we're just waiting on this to brown. We'll take it but a few more minutes.
Do you want me to stop while we're waiting?
Yeah. Okay, I'm fixing to take these 3 pieces up. Now, see, they're really good and brown. Just going to lay them over here for right now. Whoops. That first came off. I'm just going to leave it in my gravy.
Oh, I thought it was so tender it come apart.
No, cube steak has a tendency to be tough. So you got to, I'm using metal. Okay.
You'll have ones upset on here.
I've got it, okay? I'm going to pour just a little bit of that grease off. Before I make my gravy. I'm going to show you how to make your gravy.
Oh.
I better plug that back up or it'll be got cold. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to use the same flour. Remember, I told you it's got salt and pepper in it already. Let me make sure it's good and hot. So I'm just going to, and there, people, I don't measure. It's hard to tell you because, like I said in the beginning, it's how many you're cooking for. I mean, I can tell you to put 2 tablespoons in there and you're cooking for 15 people. That won't be enough. So I'm just going to put my flour. Remember, I've already added salt and pepper. And I want you to know, too, that all this brown on your steaks will also help thicken your gravy. Because we're going to get it started. That flour off. Get our flour. We'll put just a little more. Well, see, I can't tell you how much flour to put. I still got just a dab too much grease, but it'll be okay.
Now, if it's too greasy, can you put more flour to make it thicker?
Well, you can. You can put all the flour you want. Just don't start off with too much grease, because that will make your food kind of greasy. You see how it's browning?
Mm-hmm.
And you want all this stuff that's floating around in here, because whenever you eat it, all this is going to probably be off your steaks too. Now I'm just going to, I'm not making milk gravy today. I'm just going to make regular brown watered gravy, okay? And on this, I'm going to make it a little thinner than I would otherwise if we were fixing to eat it. But we're not fixing to eat it, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. So I will make this a little watery.
Okay, how much? You want me to cut it off? Or?
No, I'm fixing to put my water. I don't like real dark brown gravy. I kind of like mine about medium. So I think this is just about ready. Side. I already poured me up some water. to put in it. You see, those of you that's wondering, see how all that black still under there? It has not chipped off, it has not peeled off. And how it is around the sides. And I don't really know why they went out of business. Like I said, it could have been 40 years ago when I bought this. Okay, we're just going to put our water slowly. Stir it around. See how it's thickening? Can you see it because of the steam?
Yeah, I see it.
Keep it stirred. Add your water gradually so as you'll get the consistency of your gravy. See, that's
So it really just depends on how thick you want it, right?
Yeah. And if I was fixing to serve it right now, that'd probably be about the consistency I would want it if we were fixing to eat it right now. But we're not, so I'm watering this down a little bit more. A good bit more. And I may have to get some more water yet. Because remember what I told you, the coating on your steaks is going to thicken your gravy too. I'm going to have some more water. We've got another beautiful day in Alabama today. It's cooled a little, but it still gets pretty warm. Now you wouldn't dare set anything like that on your table to serve. But I'm making it thin on purpose.
What, the longer it sets, the thicker it gets?
Yes, it'll get thicker and thicker as it...
Okay.
All right. Now, what I'm going to do is take my steaks. I'm just going to put them back in my gravy. And just wait till you see it when it comes out.
Do I need to keep... Mother?
Huh?
Do I need to keep videoing?
Yeah. I want you to see how my steaks just go back in. And normally I wouldn't cook this many for just my family, but I'm sure somebody come in, I'm gonna grab that up. That's good eating. Okay, just get it in there real good. Stir it around. Now I'm gonna probably have to put a little more water in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now. But I want you to see how soupy it was whenever we made it, and then how it looks after it gets done. Okay. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to let it come to another good hard boil. Okay. I'm going to turn it down. Let me get my lid. Put a lid on it. Okay. It's coming to a good hard boil. I'm going to turn it down on about 200. Okay. And let it sit there and just simmer for, I don't know how long. 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half. I don't know. We'll just have to time it out and see. In the meanwhile, while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put my potatoes on that I've already got cut. Make cream potatoes. And when we come back, we'll have the steak and we'll do the creaming of the potatoes. They'll be done. All you do is peel your potatoes, put them in water, put them on the stove and cook them till tender. I put no seasoning, nothing in them until they are done. See you in a little bit. Hey, we're back with our cream potatoes. Our steak's cooking. It's been cooking about 35 minutes. It's ready. I drained my potatoes. What I'm going to do is cut me some butter up. I think I'm going to, let's see, do about a half a stick. Maybe a little over. Okay. You can use a mixer if you want to. I just like to use this little thing. Don't have to clean up that old mixer and put it back up. Okay, I'm going to add my salt and pepper. There again now, you can always go back and add more. But you cannot take it out. Okay? Just kind of mix that butter and salt and pepper. Mix them up real good. Okay, I'm gonna add a little milk. There again, I can't tell you how much milk. Just how many potatoes you're cooking, how many you're cooking for.
And how creamy you want the potatoes.
And how creamy you want your potatoes.
So just use a little bit at a time till you get it where you want it.
That's right. Get all them potatoes out of there. Ooh, they looking good. If you want to use a mixer, like I said, go ahead. I may have a few lumps in mine, but that just goes to show they're real potatoes and not instant. Okay, I think I want them just a little bit more creamy.
Now, can you add garlic or
you can add anything you want to them.
Sour cream or anything like that?
Yeah, you can use any kind of cream. A lot of people like cream cheese in them. Half and half, whatever you like. That's the joy of cooking for yourself. You can make it any way you like it. And a lot of people like mayonnaise in them. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's just according to what kind of mood I'm in. But you see how creamy they are? Mm-hmm. Okay, before you take them up, just put a little on there and they're just right. Don't need anything. All right, let's move over here to my steak.
Let me go around.
All right, I want you to look at my steak. Look at that gravy.
Oh my goodness, Mama.
That's what's cooked off the steaks. You want your gravy a little thicker, just cook them a few minutes later. What we're going to do, give me another spoon. Take us a few of these good old cream potatoes. See how creamy they are?
That looks so good. It smells so good.
Steak. Lay it on there and put some of this good gravy. And the thing about it is, when you cook your country fried steak like that, just cut it with a fork. Just cut it with a fork. Oh, it's so tender. So tender.
Looks delicious.
That's a video for today. Hope y'all enjoy your cooking. God bless you. Bye-bye.